There is this shiny idea that as women, we could or should have it all: career, love, friendships, travel, passions, and for many, motherhood. But I sit here at 42, having poured the best years of my life into my career, and with the sense of self that is still evolving, I am asking who sold us this idea, and most importantly, what does it all mean? Some would say it wasn't our idea, that it was imposed on us by society, consumerism, economy. It was glamorized in magazines. It was normalized by the corporate pep talk that instilled in us this notion of, wait for it, work-life balance. But hell yeah, it was our idea, and as women, we should stand by it, but it was twisted. Since the very first wave of feminism, women didn't want to have it all. They wanted more. They wanted the right to vote. They wanted the right to own property. They wanted the right to be a legal individual, to education, to equal pay and economic independence. But it was misconstrued into this notion that having it all is a goal and perhaps seems a bit greedy. So for women to fit in the already existing system, they had to do it all, to have it all, and do it perfectly because the expectations are much higher and scrutiny is heightened. And even if we do it all, there'll always be something missing. If you focused on your career, then you are asked, why don't you have kids? Won't you regret it when you're older? If you don't have kids, then you are told you must have so much time. What are you even doing with yourself? If you are focusing on your family, then you are accused of not having ambition. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And for those who don't have kids, the conversation gets even more complicated. You are automatically outside of the blueprint, and the blueprint was not designed for women that don't experience motherhood. Plus, when we think of having it all, we associate it with success. So if you don't have success in one area, you automatically are assumed to have success in the other. If I don't have kids, I am automatically assumed to have an amazing career, a lot of money, and a lot of time on my hands. I have no excuse to not have either of those things. There seems to be nothing in between. There's no consideration of the fact that if you have chosen your career, you simply chose to work because you had to sustain yourself. It doesn't automatically translate into you being a CEO of a FTSE 100 company. And if you don't have kids, there's no consideration of the fact that there may have been a variety of reasons why you don't. You may have tried and failed. Life may have gone in a way. You may be carrying trauma, which makes the prospect of having a child terrifying. Your life is automatically diminished and trivialized. So suddenly you are in this uncharted territory. There is no roadmap, there's no role models, there's no stories that you hear that are being told which reflect the way of your life. You become withdrawn and isolated, and that's a very slippery slope to thinking that there's something wrong with you. In reality, success means different things to different people. You may be missing something in one area but have gained something in the other. It is impossible within a single society for everybody to have the same all. I don't want to have it all. I want to have the things that I want, and I want the freedom to be able to attain them, even if I fail. At least I had the option to try. And that independence and freedom to be able to choose is irreplaceable by any type of all you can imagine. I define what having it all means to me, and I define how much of that all is enough. Despite of what the society tells me, what my family tells me, and they'll have their own idea of what your life should be. And despite of what well-meaning friends tell me, who often assume that you are bored and lonely. But what about you? Tell me in the comments, how do you define having it all? And if you like this content, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.